obviously round the ground. We're doing the paths at the moment, concreting some of the paths, and with our volunteers down there. So I'm not going to get dressed up. I don't need to. So
no, we're just grateful, Don, for that you're spending a little time with us today.
No, that's fine. I'm here to speak to anybody, let anybody know what's going on. Obviously, everybody is. I can imagine getting really excited about the new season.
And that's exactly why we thought it would be a great time to speak to you. We're just on the cusp of Saturday, 5th.
Yes.
We're at Hollands and Blair in the Cup, which I hope hundreds of people are going to come from Ashford to support.
We're looking forward to it. We're just looking forward. Kevin and the boys are just looking forward to getting underway and then getting into the league. You know, it's been a very, very productive pre-season.
I just wanted to step back on that in terms of, for people who haven't been following it. Obviously, when Tommy Warrilow left, you wasted no time in getting Kevin and his team in place. Why Kevin?
Well, the thing is, I've known Kevin for quite a while. I've always liked his football, and anybody that has followed Ashford knows that whenever we've gone and played one of Kevin's teams at Cray Valley, they always played fast, great attacking football on the ground. Absolutely, my love, and so obviously we had a chat, Tommy and I. Tommy had loads of stuff going on in his life last season, so did Obi, but we waited till the end of the season. I don't think it was a massive surprise that we had to have a change after 4 years, but we're not a sacking club. We like to work with a manager, but if it's not working, and obviously it wasn't, you have to make a change. That's football, and my job is basically to employ managers that can do a job, and then let the manager employ players. And if the players don't do the job that the manager wants, the manager has to take responsibility, because that's his job.
Absolutely. And Tommy's, I read yesterday, he's actually working down at Hyde at the moment, isn't he?
Possibly, yeah. He's helping. I mean, his best friend with Steve down there.
Just makes the game at the end of August a bit more interesting, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Tommy loves football. He's been in football a long time, but I think that with his business and everything that's going on in his life and his house moving it, I think he just probably fell out of touch with the players and everything else. Maybe, I don't know, but. Anyway, I love Tommy to bits, and Obi, and I wish him well, and I'd always buy him a beer, obviously, and but that's football. So we move on, and
then Kevin comes with Adam, isn't it? His coach.
Well, I mean, Adam Flanagan is, as you know, was at Concord Rangers. He's got great experience. He's very level-headed. Tommy Osborne, obviously,
was brought him in subsequently, didn't you?
Tommy was taken over at Cray Valley, but then suddenly they picked someone else, and Tommy was out of the job. But it was ideal for us because he's worked with Kevin as his number 2 before. He's a great levelling influence. He's a great man manager, good for the boys. And I think that the crew that we've got, with Kevin being a great disciplinarian, a great tactician, very, very calm, but also what I do love, he's got OCD, and so have I. And I'll tell you what, he's meticulous at everything he does. And so we got a team, and that's what it's all about. We've got a team of a management team in, and they all complement each other. They all get on. They all know each other. And I stepped back once we got the agreement with Kevin, who I was thrilled to get, by the way. I think that we couldn't have done any better. As us, and I've been pleasantly surprised. I've not been overly surprised. I knew he would do a good job, but I've been really pleasantly surprised with the balanced side he's put together.
And he wasted no time. He kept the core of the old team, I would say.
He spoke to where good man management is, and where professionalism comes in. He spoke to every player that we had in our old team,
face to face as well.
Spoke to them all, drove miles to make sure he met up with them and told them through them. And obviously some we parted company with, and a good bunch, and you know, great players that we kept on. Obviously, we love Bradley and Tarek, and that, you know, they're obviously been with us a long time.
And Jacob in goal.
Jacob is, I mean, everyone's got to remember. I mean, Jacob is only 21, and that's a very, very, very young keeper. But he is superb, you know, and he'll be with us as long as I can keep him. We'll have him. I mean, obviously, I think by the time he's 24, I'll be very surprised if he's not playing in the Football League.
I agree.